Krog told the Moonkin warriors waiting in the desert what had happened. Their first response was confusion and not grief. Crom dead? Much like Chief...
He is going.
Grunwa is ready.
Krog is listening. Moving now.
This...
Krog is ready. That way.
That direction.
The tribe must survive!
Grunwa held my servants. He will protect the tribe.
Let Krog see. What is this?
What can he do for the tribe? He is on his way.
He will lead the way.
He is going. Time to move on. What is needed of him? May Magwa's flame burn forever!
Let Krog see. On his way.
Destroy them!
What is this?
For the Moon King! At his service.
He is going. Moving now.
They will regret this. Let Grunwa take a closer look.
What should he do?
Zazka is listening. What on Urgath is this?
What is...
Krog.
Well, oh, how incredibly amusing, Arthur. What do you need, Sir Troll?
He work now.
Grunwa is here. Can I hold that rest for a moment? Huh, what now? More trouble? What next? Grunwa is ready. What can he do for the tribe? Ready for action. What is needed of him? Zazka is listening. No, I'm ready. No, I'm gonna look.
Yes?
Krog will see what she has.
What can he do for the tribe? Grungwa is here.
What now? More trouble? Go on here! Our Krog is ready. Our Krog is listening.
What next?
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
At his service.
Can Zazka help?
Grungwa is ready.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
This looks interesting.
What is his...
A Krog.
Well, oh, how incredibly amusing, Arthur. What do you need, Sir Troll?
You find out.
What? Well, oh, how incredibly amusing, Arthur. What do you need, Sir Troll?
Let Grungwa take a
What is his... Well, oh, how incredibly amusing, Arthur. What do you need, Sir Troll?
What should he do? Not ready.
Kruga is listening.
What this?
An arm.
Still?
Krog,
Stay safe, chieftain. Going now.
what is
Interesting. No one here. No one go.
Big ones?
If the tiny green...
The reeks the stew? Of course they can. Yes! Big ones?
If the tiny...
Reeks the stew? Of course they can. Yes!
Grunwald will go there.
Zazka is listening. What now? More trouble? Fight for more. They messed with the wrong tribe. What next?
Let Akrog see. What is this? You will lead the way. Come back here. What is this? That way.
You're ready.
Akrog is ready. Let Akrog see.
Great. More problems to smash.
Blood for the tribe!
Ready for action.
At his service.
Sand in water. This is how Chieftain Akrog felt stepping through the fourth and final hex gate. As though his...
They felt that too.
Like Luag knew not who he was anymore. The Eclipse Goddess. Let them lose no more time, Chieftain. The Cub's head awaits.
Akrog is listening. Zazka is listening. He is not as sweet as he looks. More trouble, Zazka.
In that direction?
Is it just Akrog? Or feels this place strange?
It feels brittle. As though what Grunwa's eyes can see is not all there is.
Moving on.
What should he do?
Can fight together!
You will lead the way. Let Akrog see.
Numa, go! Can Zazka help?
He is going.
Look with sparkling udders. What is that?
Akrog knows not, but it is like it is speaking to the gift of spirits. Let them look.
Go on here and find out.
What? What feels Akrog?
Hard to say. It is like smooth water.
Big blood mean he see himself?
It is true. But the rest of the place, it looks different. But it is all wavy, like air over a fire. It hurts to look at it.
Strange. Grimoire just sees a floating orb. Maybe try touching it.
That could be dangerous.
Or helpful.
They will explore the rest of this place first. Maybe they will not even need this thing.
Sasuke's thoughts exactly. Come on, let them find that ugly head.
Krog is listening.
This way? Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not? Can a troll not rest for a moment?
It's strange how there are no other bone people here. What happened to the kin who lived here?
Good question. Maybe there never were kin in this place. Only the high priest.
He no go lonely? Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
Only fools challenge the moon
On his way.
No, I'm
Krog
ready.
is ready. What is this?
He is
What
going.
now? More trouble?
What on Urgath is this?
What should he do?
Let him at them!
Moving now. Let Krog see.
Sasuke is
To move
listening.
on. Tusks. Is that not?
The same growth that corrupted the fields in Shauna's temple. The cub did this.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Ready for action.
Why must it plague the Moonkin?
What is this? That way.
Can Sasuke help? What is next? What now? More trouble?
That looks like the sarcophagus, no? Rot it. This whole place is overgrown.
And is it just Sasuke? Or is that fog making him dizzy?
It is true. It is full of gloom hex power.
It just roots, no? Maybe no I can tear?
Little blood.
No axe hide! It burn!
Then there is no getting through here. They must find another way, chieftain.
Well, they can try to find another way, but Akrog doubts there is one. Just look, the whole room is walled off.
Walls never stopped the Moonkin until now, did they? Grunwar speaks true, Akrog. Let them at least try. There must be a way. Although Zazka is starting to wonder whether the cub could cure the Moonkin of the rot, even if it wanted to. So far, all this creature seems to bring about is lying, madness, and death.
Life and death are just two sides of the same spirit, Ward. If anyone can cure the rot and crush the hunters, it is the cub.
That is a question for later. Let them find the head first. Maybe they can burn it. Grunwar could hex a fire totem, no?
Sadly not. If the hex power of this corruption is a flood, then Grunwar's hexes are but a spark. This is the cub's doing, Chieftain. If its hexes were so simple to banish, then it would be no help to the Moonkin either way.
Can he not at least try?
Grunwar can, but it will not work.
Let them leave this room for now. They...
Big blood, look! Shiny!
What is that? That is a spirit ward, but only half of it. And it is not weathered at all. It gleams like a new brittlebone pierce stick.
That is strange. It must have been here for thousands of moons.
True. It also does something to the gift of spirits like that sphere. They should look for the other half.
Can a troll not rest for a moment? Zazka is listening. Ready for action.
Akrog is listening.
What can he do for the tribe?
For the Moonkin!
Whispers again.
The tribe must survive!
What is this?
You're ready. Go join the warriors. They will regret they run from Noir.
Let Akrog see. What is this? What should he do?
Let Zazka get a proper look.
What is this? Let Akrog see.
What now?
Akrog is feeling the gift again. Something is here. On his way. Akrog is ready. Grungwar, what just happened?
Grungwar knows not. Some sort of time window, perhaps?
Brittle bones look like they really hear, though. Zaska doubts they are. They seem to not even be aware of them.
Let Akrog try something.
Wish I had a different answer, but it's the best I can give. Sometimes there's really nothing we can do but to stay strong and move on, even if it feels like betrayal towards the... Your Reverence? Is something wrong?
Forgive me, Vatos. I wish there was another way.
Ishara!
Forgive me.
So it was just a normal time window after all?
No. The normal time windows feel more distant. Akrog knows not how else to put it. This one, it felt so close, as though those brittle bones were standing right here.
It is true. Grungwar could even smell them. But that was the Hierophant again, Ishara. And she killed this brittlebone hexer just like she killed Hiran's priestess.
She also drew out his power and made it her own, no?
It looked like it. She thought that, with more power, she could control the cub.
Foolish and honorless at the same time. These brittlebones truly deserve to die.
Akrog remembers the Brittlebone gatekeeper saying that the Hierophant went to this temple before she went to Hiran's and died there. Said he not that?
He said it. Grungwar remembers it too. This must have been it. She went to the temple to kill the priest of the Eclipse Goddess.
Well, whatever happened between these Brittlebones, it matters not. The Moonkin need to find the... Wait. What is that? What was tusks? That thing, it was not here before. Or maybe Akrog just saw it not.
No, he is right. It was not here before. Maybe it... Zaska knows not. Fell out of the time window?
Maybe Akrog knew not this was possible. He... Wait. That spirit ward is the second half of the one from the sarcophagus. And it is just like the other half, perfectly clean and bright.
That is... strange. It must have been here for thousands of moons. Let Zaska take a look at this. He is no scrapper, but this should be an easy fix.
Sure.
All right. Let him see. That is... Mug was others.
It shaped itself back together.
That is one rod of a strange spirit ward, trusted one. It looks so out of place.
It still speak to Big Blood's gift?
It does. Maybe? Of course. That sphere, the one that looks like smooth water. Back there now.
Moving on.
The gift. It whispers again.
Be moving. No one go there.
He is going. This looks interesting.
What's strange?
The temple Akrog sees in the smooth water looks just like this one, but brighter, cleaner.
Curious.
All right. Big Blood, be careful.
He is. Worry not. The water mirror, it becomes clearer. It is like it is pulling Akrog towards it.
Put it into the center, chieftain. Do it.
He will. Magua guide them. My Magua just happened.
It all look different now. Teleport hex?
No, this is the same place. Only tusks, of course.
It is true, chieftain. This is the then, the past, as the Brittlebones call it. The Moonkin somehow traveled through time to a point where the sacred seal still lived in this place.
All right. Consider Zazka's mind exploded.
But how? The stranger said it was impossible for creatures to travel through time windows.
Zazka's thinking the same thing. Then again, this is no normal time window, is it?
Zaska speaks true. It is not. Grimoire thinks this is the Eclipse Goddess's hexing, chieftain. Remember, she is the guardian goddess of time. This smooth water sphere must be her doing. The chieftain's gift of spirits allowed him to use it the way the Brittlebones did, just like the time windows.
But how? If Brittlebones can travel through time, then why use it not in their warfare?
Grimoire has no answer to that. Maybe these hexes are extremely difficult to do, or tethered to a single place. They may never find the answer.
If Akrog, Zazka, Grimoire, and Noag are now part of the then, are they no longer in the now? Or are there two Akrogs, Zazkas, Grimoires, and Noags now?
Why is Akrog looking at Zazka? Looks this ugly face like that of an elder who knows about time travel?
No, it is just... Akrog just wants to understand.
Well, in that case, Trusted One will probably be sitting here in 1,000 moons. Whatever this hexing is, the Moonkin will not understand it anytime soon.
Zaska speaks true. Grimoire would dearly love to understand this mystery. But for now, the Moonkin should focus on what they know. That they need to find that cursed head as fast as possible and get back out there.
They speak true. Still, the more they understand about how this time hex works, the better. Look at that.
What? It still looks foggy to Zazka.
Not to Akrog. He still sees the four of them, but the things around them have changed. They are all old and weathered.
The now. So this is like an eye through time, just as Grimoire thought. A looking glass, as Brittlebones would say.
Like, confused.
Akrog too, little blood. Akrog too. If this is the then, maybe this means the Hierophant is still alive.
Maybe. Though... Grimoire thought so. He sensed no other Brittlebones here. At least no living ones.
Well, they will find out. So, this spirit ward they found must be from the then. That is why it was still polished and new.
True. Though that explains not why it stayed that way.
Though Akrog feels the gift of spirits talk to him whenever he touches it, just like with the smooth water sphere. It must be infused with the Eclipse Goddess's hex too.
A time key, so to speak. Maybe this is how the High Priest of this place traveled through time.
Grungwar speaks true. If this is the then, maybe the Moonkin can find the cub's head here. Perhaps the corruption has not yet reached the sarcophagus room.
Good thinking. But they will also need to find a way back into the now, will they not?
They will. But maybe there is another of those spirit wards, of those time keys. Perhaps it could take them back into the now, just like this one took them to the then.
The chieftain speaks true. They should...
Little Blood. Something wrong?
Not no. Spit it out, little big oaf. Why looks he like a beak shat on his breakfast?
It just... If this is then, it mean Crumple and Sire still alive, no? They still out there.
The sacred seal lived here many thousands of moons ago. Hram was not even born at that time.
But Narjak was. He firstborn. He lived since Zarek shaped trolls and greenskin from animal people. Crumple tell Noak so.
True.
Blood is right. They should go out there and find him. The Moonkin live not in the den, so they cannot die there either.
It is not that simple, chieftain.
Akrog is listening.
First, they know not if they can even leave this place and stay in the then. Grungwar thinks not. And even if they could, maybe the sacred seal brittlebones are still alive and would crush the Moonkin the moment they step through that hex gate. Even if they find Narjak, how know they what would happen? Neither Akrog, nor Grungwar, nor Zaska, nor Noag should be alive in the then. So maybe it would make something bad happen to Narjak, or all of them.
But no, I just want them back, Big Blood. Sire, Crumple, all of them. He want them back.
Akrog wants that too, but they never will come back, Little Blood. All they can do is make sure the hunters and the chainers bleed for what they did.
Bleed. Big Blood speak true. Noag and Zarek's cub make them bleed and suffer for every kin they take.
in every single moonkin. The fallen will live on through their enemy's blood. Now come, let them explore this place. He is going. What is this?
What next? Let Grungwa.
What is this? Some strange brittle-bone contraption.
Pump, it is called. A dwarven creation. It controls the flow of water.
So, it controls the water flow in this place?
Grungwa thinks so. Let them keep this for now. Perhaps it will be useful later.
Can a true hot rest for a moment?
At his service.
Going now.
You will lead the way.
Zazka is listening.
On here!
Akrog is ready.
You're ready, fast them
Can
all.
Zazka help?
Time to make hay. The blood for the tribe!
What is he now? He is on his way.
Hold on, rest for a moment.
Help her son. What is needed of him?
The tribe must survive!
Tribe's ready for action.
What should he do?
Grungwa is here.
If he insists.
Akrog is listening.
Still sharp.
What next?
What now?
More trouble there.
Go join the war.
You're ready.
What is this? Moving now.
Zazka is listening.
What can he do for the tribe?
Probably. Moving on.
In that direction?
Can a troll run for a moment?
I must survive!
At his
Head towards
service.
certain doom. Sure, why not? Raging water. No way they are getting through here.
True. Grungwa thinks he has an idea. Let them head back to that brittlebone contraption. The pump. What on
Grungwa had an idea.
It is true. There was a strange brittlebone contraption near the smooth water sphere. Grungwa has seen similar ones during his time as a slave. Maybe it can help. Come.
Keep moving.
move on.
All right. What suggests Grungwa they do?
Simple. Moonblood, give that thing a taste of a Moonkin crush stick.
He means smash?
He does.
No, I'll go. Won't go boom.
That rogue is ready.
And it is gone. This is fascinating.
What should he do?
Can Sasuke help?
On his way.
Ready for action.
He will protect the tribe. Why is that breakthrough kid? Destroyed! Only fools challenge the Moon Kid.
Sasuke get a proper look.
What can he do for the tribe?
Not here. He crushed them now.
Let us walk see.
That direction?
They will come next.
What next?
This way?
No, I'm ready. No, I'll go there. He go there.
Krog is listening.
Grungwa is ready.
Oh, well. How pretty. That a farm?
A garden, Grungwa thinks. Trees and plants put there to look pretty. But it is no normal one. Grungwa senses lots of hex power in there. They should look at it, chieftain.
They will regret this.
They messed with the wrong tribe.
He might be old, but his tusks are still
More
sharp.
problems to smash.
He will
Never back up. Moving on.
What is this?
What is legal of him?
What should he do? That way. He is going. On his way.
He insists.
No, I'll go look.
Interesting. It looks as if the tears are keeping the corruption at bay, no?
It is true, but... rot it.
What?
No matter. Let them look around this place. Grungwa has an idea, but he is not sure it will work.
see the bark? This is an elder oak.
What is?
A very, very sturdy and powerful tree that can live through even the longest droughts and hardest storms. It is supposed to only grow in the most fertile ground, though. So Zaska has no idea what it's doing here.
Could be the tier's hex power, no?
It is true. They bring life to everything around them, creature or plant.
What now? More trouble?
Let Akrog see.
Look! Little glow blob!
Probably drawn in by Mugwa's tears.
They need to look around more. What this?
Interesting. This is like a healing hex. Akrog's hide feels thicker just standing next to it.
The tears. And the hex power is keeping the cub's corruption away.
Wait, could they not?
Let them look around more.
Akrog is ready.
Curse it. Just like Grunwa thought.
What is?
It barely has any hex power left. It can never be easy, can it? Let Grunwa take a closer.
All right. Grung...
More glow blob!
Little blob... Oh, rot it. Grungwa wanted to speak, no?
It is true. He thought that maybe the tears here could help them clear the corruption from the sarcophagus room.
Zaska had the same idea. Why not try it?
Because their hex power has waned over the years. This is what Grungwa was going to say, no?
It is true. Well, maybe there will be another way. For now...
Big blood! Look!
A Nidari lair. This helps them not, Little Blood. They need the cub's head or a way to get into the sarcophagus room.
No, I'd know, but look what finding lair.
Wait, that is another spirit ward. This looks just like the one they found, no? The one that took them into the then.
And it is all rusty and weathered. Maybe it is the opposite of the other ward. Like its dark echo, no? The question is, how ended this up in the Nidari lair? The last one came through a time window. Akrog understands that. But this?
Good question. But Nidari feel drawn to shiny things, no? Maybe they found it somewhere in the temple and brought it to their lair.
And no, I'd find.
Well done, Little Blood. If this works how Akrog thinks it does, they might be able to travel through the then and the now whenever they need to. Maybe... Akrog has an idea. Come, back to the smooth water sphere.
Ready for action.
Akrog is listening.
It is all so shiny. Mugwa's incredible udders. Zaska still cannot believe they traveled into the then.
Nah, but the head is all that matters. They must find the head.
You find out.
Let him at them!
Grunwa is here. Why must they plague the Moonkin?
do? What is this? You will lead the way.
Zazka is listening.
Attack Roxy.
Can us roll rest for a moment?
Moving now.
What now? More trouble? Go join the worms! Zazka is
May Magwa guide his hands. Magwa,
What should he do?
This looks interesting. He is going.
Attack Roxy. Now it feels like it is pushing Akrog back.
He hopes it will bring them back to the now. Or is that the then now? Mugwa's time-traveling utters. This is confusing.
It will be fine.
It worked. They are back in the now.
It is true. But what plans the chieftain to do? The sarcophagus room is still corrupted.
Maybe. But Little Blood smashed the pumps in the then, so the raging water is gone. If they can clear the whole path to the sarcophagus room in the then by traveling between the two times, they might simply pick up the cub's head there.
Good thinking, trusted one. Seems like he picked up some of Zazka's wits after all.
He tries his best.
His service.
Going now. Going now. Ready for action.
Akrog is ready.
Can Zazka help? They messed with the wrong tribe. They will not get away with Zazka.
What is this? Attack Roxy. He is going. Attack Roxy. What is this? He will lead the way.
You're
Akrog
ready.
is listening.
What can he do for the tribe?
Let Akrog see.
What now? More trouble?
He is on his way. He is going.
No, go! Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
Akrog is ready.
Zazka is listening.
What should he do?
Great! More problems to smash!
What is needed of him?
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Grunwa is ready.
Moving on.
They run from Noog.
At his service.
Ready for action.
What is this?
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
What should he do?
Noog ready.
What can he do for the tribe?
Noog go there.
On his way.
If he insists.
Time to move on.
Noog go look.
Look, another one of those strange time windows.
Let Akrog see.
Can Zazka help?
What next?
Akrog is listening.
He go there.
Grunwa will go there.
Let Akrog see. What is this? Those two again.
Hierophant Ishara and High Priest Vartos. Focus, chieftain. What spoke they of?
Yes. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Vartos.
Your Reverence, what are you doing here? The next renewal...
is not due for a few more moons, I'm aware. There's something we need to discuss.
Certainly. Shall we speak in my study?
Yes, let's do that.
Follow me then. Oh, and Ishara, I'm so sorry about what happened to Galia. I hope you know.
What?
Nothing. Let's carry on.
This must have taken place before the first time window they saw. The one where she crushed him and leached his power.
Zaska was thinking the same thing. And they spoke of Galia, no? That was the priestess of Nihalf, the one from the Hex Bubble. Maybe what happened to her caused Ishara to, well...
They will never know. And it matters not. But look, chieftain. Something came through the window again.
Krog is ready.
In that direction? Time to move on. He is on his way.
All right, and here they go again.
Grunwa is ready. He is going.
Zaska is listening.
Not here! For the move here!
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp. Grunwa will go there.
What this?
Interesting. Probably. Huh. What now? More trouble?
What should he do? He will lead the way.
Ready for action.
They got her fingers.
The Moonkin.
No one go there.
Zaska is listening.
Akrog is listening. He is on his way.
Bring him back there.
Time to make pay.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Why must it plague the Moonkin?
Let Akrog see.
What next? He go there. He crush them now.
Can Zaska help? Ready for action.
Akrog is ready.
Can a troll not rest for a moment? This way? What is that?
What is this? What are these hex walls, Grungwar? They feel almost as powerful as the Hex Gate seals.
That is because they are. Grungwar thinks this is the seal the Hibernians kept speaking of. The one the Hierophant went into the temples every few moons to renew.
Mugw's devious utters, of course. That is why they go around the whole sarcophagus room.
Ah, this is rotten bad, Chieftain. There is no way they can get through these hex walls. No way. This is hexing worthy of a god.
Godlike hexing or not, they can at least try. Akrog will not let some stupid wall stop them.
Go ahead then, try. Hit it with a crush stick. Throw his best hexes at it. It will not help. Grungwar has been hexing his entire life, and he knows when he meets his match.
Grungwar is right, trusted one. Think about it. If the Sacred Seal conjured these hex walls to keep the cub safe, why would a few trolls be able to get through it?
Zaska speaks true.
Then they will just go back to the now, when the hex walls were not there.
Not the hex walls, but the rotten corruption. They cannot reach the sarcophagus, not here, and not then, and they are running out of time.
What is the matter with Grungwar? Is he having dark thoughts?
Grungwar is not angry, just impatient. Every second they waste here, the chainers and the hunters spend marching further towards the tribe camp.
When a troll choose between hope and fear, why choose latter? Grump always say this to Noag.
Moonblood is right. Grungwar is sorry, Chieftain. It is just... never mind.
Well, despair will not help them. They have not searched this entire place yet. There must be a way.
And Zaska thinks he just found it. See the scrap bars over there? Zaska might be able to fit through them. Maybe he can reach the sarcophagus room from underground.
That is dangerous. It is likely the hex gates go deep into the soil. And when it is dark, Zaska might not even see them. They could cut him in two.
No! Moonkin needs Zaska whole!
Even the prettiest and wholest Moonkin will not help if the tribe gets untusked by a horde of hunters. Just let him try, trusted one.
Fine. But the moment he feels the hex wall, he will come back, all right?
Sure. Let Zazka get a proper look. Easy. Nor ready.
At his service.
What should he do?
Zazka is listening. Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not? Interesting. Probably. No way they can get through here. Oh, Mugwa's cursed rotten beak shit utters! Shit! The ground has almost come through the plates. Maybe... Of course. This is it. Back to the others now. If he insists. Moving on. What is that? Time to get his touches dirty. What now? More trouble?
What on earth?
Zazka has the cub's head knot. The tunnel led not to the sarcophagus room then.
It did. But the room is as corrupted there as it is in the now. Even if there was a way through those rotten hex walls, there is no way they can get to the sarcophagus.
No. There must be a way. There must!
And Zazka thinks there is. The Mugwa's tear seedling Grungwar plucked before the devouring. The one for that tribe camp to last. Has Grungwar it still?
Yes. The bone dust they found kept it healthy. But if Zazka is thinking about planting it there to keep the corruption away, like in that garden, it will not work. It is only a seedling and barely has any hex power.
Until it grows. Zazka wants to plant the seedling in the then travel back into the now. That is it, no?
Great minds think alike.
Grungwar knows not.
Grungwar. Akrog knows this plant has become a totem to him. But this is more important.
It is not about that, chieftain. The seedling, Grungwar thinks not that it will survive that close to the corruption. It is impossible.
Why not? In that forest here, the garden, the tears even fought it back.
True, because there were dozens, and had probably been there long before this corruption started. A nightmare swarm of beaks can tear apart an entire greenskin horde, but a single one? They would crush it in the blink of an eye.
Curse it.
Can they not at least try?
They could, but it would be pointless. The hex power is just not strong enough. The only thing... No, this is foolish.
Just say it, Grimoire. There is no time.
Blood-giving. A blood-giving might give the seedling the hex power it needs to survive and beat the corruption.
He means a sacrifice.
Like when the Bone Seers spill their blood to summon Magwa's cub. Grimoire would do it without hesitation. But there is no way he can get into the sarcophagus room with those cursed rotten hex walls all around it.
No way for Grimoire.
No one will sacrifice himself. Not Grimoire, not Zazka, not Noag, not Akrog.
Noag no understand. What is sacrifice?
No matter, little big oaf. No matter at all. Remembers Grimoire what he asked Zazka before the devouring? Whether Zazka wanted everyone to shun him?
Wait, this is not...
It is a stab to the heart. Every time they call him names. Every time they invite Zazka not to their hunts. Every time they pretend he is not there. It is a stab to the rotten heart. Still, Zazka is a moonkin, no matter what they say. And if Zazka's weak worm-eater blood might end up saving the mighty tribe, all the rotten better. He would do it just to see the looks on their faces.
No, Akrog will not let Zazka do this. He will stay right here and help them find another way.
This is not Akrog's choice to make. Just be careful. That thing, it... Oh, Magwa. Just let this be worth it.
Zazka! The seedling! He took the seedling!
Zazka is listening. Going now. Interesting. Probably. One deep cut in the belly, then across. All right. The seedling first. Look. Prettier than Zazka ever was. Better make this mean something, rotten beast. Make this mean something.
Him. Akrog. Akrog feels it.
What mean? What Zazka do? Where he go?
As Grimoire said, the explanations must wait. Let them go back into the now, Chieftain.
But...
Akrog, please. They are running out of time.
Go on here. Going now.
Grimoire is here. What is needed of him?
Noag, go.
Time to move on.
Grimoire.
Chieftain.
Grimoire said... He said that the blood hex might not give the seedling the strength to survive through time. How likely is it?
Grimoire knows not. All they can do is pray to Magwa and hope.
If Magua cared about the Moonkin, it would not have come to this.
If that is what the chieftain believes, then it is what he believes. Do it. Let them return to the now.
Big blood, look! Black roots, they're gone!
It is true.
Magua is powerful.
Look! It's Oscar!
What the?
You find out.
Magua's bloody tusks. He is alive. He is alive!
Falling. Saska. Falling.
But only barely.
Falling.
Grandma must do thing!
He will. Magua, praise this flesh. Shine her light into his blood and onto his hide, and grant him new life.
It worked. He...
Saska!
That is his name. What by Magua's grumbling utters happened? The seedling, he...
Look around, Zaska. It worked. This is the now, and the corruption is gone.
Then why the rot is Zaska still here?
Grungwa thinks he knows, but maybe this can wait. They must open the sarcophagus.
Tell them his explanation, Grungwa. Akrog wants to know.
As does Zaska.
So be it then. Grungwa thinks that when Akrog, Grungwa, and Noag went back into the now, Zaska did too.
Even though he was so far from the sphere.
It is the only explanation that makes sense. Maybe the now knew the Moonkin were just travelers. It is impossible to tell. And as for why Zaska is still alive despite losing all his blood, well, the tears saved him.
He means those plants stopped him bleeding to death?
It is true. If he did the blood-giving the true way, he should have died after a dozen heartbeats. But he died not. Probably because the hex power of the tears kept him safe. Magua saved him, Zaska.
They should look at that sarcophagus, Akrog.
Akrog cannot say how glad he is to have his trusted one back, but Zaska should not have done this. Akrog forbade it.
And let the Moonkin die?
No, but they would have found another way. Zaska had no right to decide this alone. Akrog is the chieftain.
Sand and water. This is how Chieftain Akrog felt stepping through the fourth and final.
Grungwa knows not. All they can do is pray to Magua.
If Magua cared about the
If that is what to do it, let them
Moving now.
He is going.
Big blood, look! Black roots, they're gone!
It is true.
What this?
Magua's blood fall,
But he...
Look,
Then Grungwa thinks he knows. But
tell
As
even
and he...
They should look at that sarcophagus, Akrog.
A question. When Zazka's spirit was gone, he said something about how he was falling. What meant he?
He spoke?
The chieftain speaks true.
Zazka knows not. He remembers something, but he is not quite sure what it is.
Remember what?
He knows not. Please, let them speak of this later.
All right. All right then. Let them find that head and get out of here.
No, I see no head though. Where is?
Probably inside the stone. This looks like some kind of brittle bone contraption again. A chest. Come.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Akrog sees no sticks to pull. Zazka?
Zazka sees none either. Just stone.
Then crush it, Noag. They have no time for this.
Will that not harm the cub?
It will not. Remember, it is said that no weapon in the world can harm the cub's hide. It is a mystery how these brittle bones could do it.
True. All right, little blood. Smash it.
Can Zazka help?
No. No, this makes no sense. There must be a hidden spot. They must keep looking.
But where? There is nothing here. Grungwar can see it.
But
The air. Sense the air, Akrog.
What?
It is hard to explain. But Zazka, he remembers what he saw while his spirit was gone. Use the gift of spirits, Akrog.
But there is no time window here. The air even sparkles not.
Zazka knows. Still, try.
All right. Akrog is ready.
what can he do for the tribe?
He whispers again.
Let Grungwar take a closer look.
Aeonir, guide me. No. No! Bartos! You bastard!
The head was never here. Even back then.
Then where is it? It must be somewhere.
It is here. But it also is not.
No, I no understand.
Zazka hardly does himself, but he knows it is true. When his spirit was gone, he saw another place. A place between the then and the now, or rather, above it.
Is that why Zazka said he was falling?
It is true. Everything felt so watery. Like the whole world was an ocean, and Zazka was floating through it.
That sounds strange.
It was.
And this place had something to do with how Akrog summoned the time window.
No, that place is a time window. A giant one that spans across the entire temple. This is how it is possible for everything here to move between the then and the now.
Of course, that makes sense. The smooth water sphere is not the mighty time hex. It is only the gate.
Grungwar speaks true.
Noag's head spin.
So, that place Zazka saw, where he felt like he was falling, was a time window. Akrog is not sure he understands.
Neither is Zazka, at least not fully. But it is true. He thinks his spirit went into the time window when it left his flesh. Think of it as a bridge. A bridge between two oceans, the now and the then. In normal time windows, this bridge is so small one cannot even see it, like a tiny, tiny pebble. but because this time window spans across the entire temple.
Zazka was able to walk on it. Akrog thinks he understands.
No, I'm still not.
Why went Zazka's mind into that place, though? Because he was, well, dying.
Grunwa thinks he can answer the question. Many trolls who were close to death but came back spoke of seeing such a place. Maybe the moonlit river is in this time window world. Maybe this is where Magua and Hiran await souls after they pass away.
Maybe. Though Zazka saw no Magua and no Hiran, it was scary, to be honest. He felt lost.
Only because Magua had not found him yet.
This is all interesting. But where is the head? They must find it.
Is it not obvious? Right here, but in the time window world. The high priest of this place must have hidden it there to keep it even safer. And not even the Hierophant was aware of that. Or who knows, maybe he sensed that she was coming to kill him and take the head and put it into the time window world for safety. They will never know, and it matters not, trusted one. What matters is that they find a way to get there.
But how? They cannot just kill themselves, can they?
No, but...
The High Priest's corpse. They remember the first time window they saw, where the Hierophant killed the High Priest and took his power? His corpse must still be there. And if he was able to hide the Field Dog's head in the time window world, then he must have had a key for that one too.
Then they must go back to the first time window, now! At his service.
He is going. Akrog is listening. This is it. Can Zazka dig here?
Is here.
What this? Time to get his tusks dirty. There! That must be him.
Search his pockets, chieftain.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
So brittle, these bones. All right. Nothing.
Try using the gift then. It will work. Zazka feels it.
All right. Still not... Wait. Wait. There is something.
Grunwa is ready.
This must be it. The hidden time key.
It glow, and no one see through.
There will be time for wonder later. Let them get back to the smooth water sphere.
Zazka's thoughts exactly.
In that direction.
You find out.
All right. Magua praised. Is this it?
It is. This is the place Zazka saw.
And he was right. The cub's head is right there.
Let Akrog see. Finally, the last part.
Is it just Sazka? Or is that thing smiling?
It is not moving at all. Noag spoke it to him again.
No, but he still feel his hide prickle. It's strange.
How else would a troll feel in the presence of a god? Come, chieftain, back to the tribe camp. They have been away far too long.
What next?
He is on his way.
What is this? Akrog feels it pushing.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Stepping through the hex gate, Akrog's mind once more became like sand and water. But unlike last time, the memory he saw was a solid one. That
was tusks. Where is everyone?
That is a rotten good question.
Chieftain, Nor's claws, we thought you'd never return.
What is he talking about? They were only gone for a few hours.
Days?
The smooth water sphere. Every time the Moonkin used it, they must have shaken up the time.
Smooth water sphere?
It matters not. Tell them what is going on here. Where is the tribe?
It's complicated. Remember you sent the ill and old Moonkin to the coast, the Meadowland, because the field dog had corrupted all the food around here?
Of course they remember. Has something happened to them?
Well, somehow the Chainers and the Hunters caught wind of them, and they are headed for them right now.
But how? Anuk, he did everything he could to keep them secret.
I don't know, Chieftain. I simply don't know.
Magwa's tusks. Those are no warriors. They will be easy prey.
Your Eye Master and Chieftain Cabrax thought the same thing. That's why, when you weren't back after a day and a half, they went ahead to the Meadowland to fend them off.
This is madness. The Moonkin are barely a few hundred, and the Chainers and the Hunters together are thousands. Why would the stranger let them leave?
That's what I told them too, at least at first. But then Chieftain Cabrax pointed out that the chances of you coming back were extremely low. So it was either letting your kin on the coast be butchered, or die trying to protect them. I can't say I blame them for choosing the latter.
The stranger speaks true, Chieftain. If Akrog, Grungwa, Zaska, and Noag were truly gone for this long, there was no way for Cabrax to know if they would ever come back. Of course they presumed the worst.
If they left a sunup ago, they will reach the coast soon. The Moonkin must resurrect the cub now.
So, you found the head?
Noag has it. What needs the stranger for the resurrection ritual? Can you do it straight away?
I would have preferred a bit of time to study the reassembled body first, but in theory, yes, I can do it.
Into the sarcophagus, and let them pray to Mugwa this works.
What now? More trouble? Zazga is listening. Ready for action.
What is needed of him?
What should he do? What is this?
Interesting. Probably.
Krog will see what she has.
Not here! Can Zaska help?
What can he do for
for a moment?
He will lead the way.
Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
What the? Akrog is listening.
Huh. What is that?
He is going.
Smash them! They will regret this!
What should he do?
Huh. What's this? More trouble? Go join the worms!
The tribe must survive! The blood for the tribe!
Crush them all!
The might of the moon!
They run from no one!
The tribe must survive!
He will protect the tribe.
Moving on next.
Fight together!
Akrog is ready. Let Akrog see.
Can Zaska help?
He go there.
At his service.
For the Moon King! Let Akrog see. What is this? Let Akrog see.
We'll go there.
On his way.
Destroy them!
That way. Krog is listening. Moving now.
You're ready.
This looks interesting.
This way?
You will lead the way.
What a beast. A demigod indeed.
There is no time for talking. Cast the hex and put it back together.
I was just about to.
What happened?
I don't know. It's gone.
Gone?
Yes. The field dog's energy, the hex power. I had it and was trying to fuse it back together, but then it just vanished. I don't understand this, Chieftain. I studied this spell for years and...
Is he telling them he killed it? Sarek's cub is dead?
I told you I don't know. Norse claws, I don't understand this myself. I did everything right. I tapped into the archfire, and then I...
He failed! That is what the stranger did. He failed! Grangwa told the chieftain, brittle bones cannot be trusted. Let Grangwa crush him, chieftain. Let Grangwa crush him here and now. He deserves it. He should...
This one is alive. They heard that?
Is this him? Is this Zarek's cub?
A cub? Yes, this one believes you could call them that. So, you are this one's saviors, are you not? Interesting.
The Moonkin have lived here for moons. Zarek's cub knows them not.
Oh yes, this one knows the trolls. He just did not see. But he sees it now. Their weak flesh. This one sees it sharp and clear.
How can it be the Moonkin hear it? Is this some sort of hex? A hex that goes into their minds?
The tiny meatbag is right. This one is speaking out through their minds. That lump of flesh between their scalps.
Why worked the stranger's hex not? It should have brought the cub back to life.
I'm wondering the same thing.
It did not work because this one's flesh has grown too weak. 2 centuries this one has been this way. 2 centuries torn into pieces. This one had a plan, yes. But the human he chose to take him out of here was too weak. ever weaker. And now that his flesh is finally rejoined, it has grown too weak to hold his spirit. It's pathetic.
The human he chose. Speaks the cub of the chieftain of this place, Hierophant Ishara.
Ishara, yes. She was weak in the mind, but strong in flesh and magic. So this one thought she might be able to hold him. She was not.
So Zaska was right. The cub drove the Brittlebones mad, so they would kill each other.
Yes, the Lightlings. They think their noble spirits make them so high and mighty. Yet that is why they will ultimately succumb. Softness, love, hope. Where there is virtue, there is the seed for corruption. Strength is untouchable.
Cubs speak true. If mind is soft, troll is weak.
Look. The Firstborn's blood has a fierce spirit. Good. Everything seeks to survive and to grow. But only the strongest will. This is the law. This is the struggle. This is the cycle.
So the cub is saying, what? That his body has become useless.
Yes. However, this one knows of the troll struggle. The human hunters, the orcish slavers. The scales are not tilted in their favor.
Then the cub knows why they have awoken him.
This one does. And this one also has the strength they seek. To cure the rot in the troll's dying blood. And to crush their predators like the meatbags they are. Were this one's flesh not useless, he would do it.
So the stranger was right. The cub truly knows how to cleanse the Moonkin's blood so they can give life again?
Of course. Life and death, growth and decay. All powers that come from the same source. This one can purge the troll's blood, and they will be strong again.
Where do the cub's powers come from? From Zarek, like the Moonkin's hexes come from Mugwa.
The tiny meatbag is brazen, comparing this one and its sire to a god that does not exist. Yes, this one's magic comes from Zarek, but like Zarek's, this one draws it from the same place all beings do, like the trolls do too.
What is he talking about? What place?
The Archfire. He's talking about the Archfire, the source of all magic.
The Dark Elf speaks the truth.
Said the cub just that Mugwa exists not? She gave the Moonkin the power to speak and to cast hexes, and she has protected them for centuries.
That is what this one said, because it is the truth. The Guardians and the Renegades exist, but Mugwa, the goddess of the trolls, is but a mirage.
Nonsense. Chieftain Narjak Firstborn was her chosen. That is why his flesh did not grow older.
So that is what your chieftain told you. Your chieftain was immortal because he was a firstborn, a prime specimen of your race. It was Zarek who gave your chieftain his immortality, and he passed part of it on to your vicious little moon blood. Curious he wouldn't tell you this. Then again, why they are the chosen ones. So this one should not be surprised.
This is...
Quiet, Grandma. They have no time. If Zarek's cub knows why the Moonkin summoned it, then he also knows the Moonkin tribe is fighting the Chainers and the Hunters right now. Is there anything they can do to restore its body?
There is. This one is grateful for what the trolls did. So this one hoped there would be another way. But because the flesh is so weak, there is not.
Then say it. Whatever it is, the Moonkin will pay the price.
This one needs to perform the sanguine ritual at an archfire vein. And to do this one needs a new vessel.
A vessel?
Yes. This one's old flesh is dead, and it will stay dead no matter what they do. The only way to survive is to form a new body at an archfire vein. But to do this one's spirit needs a vessel. One to carry it to the vein and serve as a conduit. This is his offer. Grant him one of their bodies as a new vessel and bring him to an archfire vein. Then he will rise anew. Help the trolls crush their enemies and cure their blood as they ask of him.
This vessel, what will happen to it?
Death.
He knew it. Zaska knew it.
What is an archfire vein? What is he talking about?
There are many words for it, but in essence, they are places where bits of archfire magic seep through. Imagine a giant bright flame buried under layers and layers of rock. That is the archfire, the source of all magic. Veins, where the rock is particularly thin, allow mages to tap into that power. There are several of those on Io, but the most prominent are the ones where the Godstones struck Io, the blue crystal comets. Like that shrine where you buried your chieftain, Magwa's cradle, or the one in the Red Meadow.
Listen to the Dark Elf.
The stranger speaks of Magwa's blood drop, the stone she blessed.
So your people believe, yes.
No, there must be another way. The Moonkin have his body. Can they not just take it to this vein so the cub can resurrect it there?
This one told them. This flesh is dead and useless. By bringing the parts together, they allowed this one to mend his spirit. But that is all. The only way for this one to return to the world is by forming his body anew. And that is why he needs a vessel to take his mind to a vein.
The tribe for the blood for the tribe. Grunwa understands. Chieftain Akrog, let Grunwa make this sacrifice. He will offer his body to the cub so they can save the Moonkin.
No, this is beak shit. There will be no more sacrificing. Rot it. They know not even if what this thing says is true.
Gave Zaska not his blood for the tribe just moments ago? They heard the cub. There is no other way. Please, Chieftain, let Grunwa do this. Grunwa has lived far too long, and his old hide has long been a burden for the tribe. Let him...
Weak.
What?
You are weak. The Hierophant's body cannot hold this one's spirit, so there is no way your old and useless flesh could. And the same goes for the Chieftain and the Worm Eater. The firstborn's cub could. The chance is still small, but it could.
He means...
Noag. He is talking about your brother.
Understands not. Why could he not hold the cub spirit? He is strong and young. He can take it.
Yes, you are strong. Just like the brittle-bone priestess Ishara was. But it is simply not possible. This one is a god. You are mere meatbags. Only the firstborn's blood can contain this one, and even he could not do it for long.
I think he's telling the truth, Chieftain. I'm powerful, and his magic would kill me in an instant.
But... Zarek's cub has lied and tricked the Brittlebones who lived here. How can the Moonkin know he lies not to them too? What if he takes Little Blood, lets the Moonkin resurrect him, then disappears?
Rotten right.
Tell them. How know the Moonkin the cub would honor its pact?
You do not. Loyalty is for the lightlings. Loyalty creates weakness. Then again, they share the same sire. So this one will keep his promise.
Maybe they share the same sire, but Zarek has no love for Trollkind. They were always stronger than the Greenskins, yet he let them make trolls their slaves.
Wrong. The trolls let the orcs make them their slaves. Zarek is struggle. Zarek is strength. Did they really expect him to favor one creation over the other? The trolls are weak. That is why the orcs dominate them. It has nothing to do with favor. So no, this one bears the trolls no malice. Just like Zarek. If they strike a pact, this one will honor it.
So he says. Rot it. This thing is a liar. Can they see it not?
Grungwar, Zaska, what think they of this?
Zaska said it already. No, they will not sacrifice Noag over some vague promise.
If they sacrifice him not, they sacrifice all of the Moonkin.
Grungwar says this as if he knew the cub was speaking the truth. Makwa's others, they know what this thing does. It lies, it deceives, and it kills to get its own way. And even if it did not, they will not sacrifice Noag. Not him. Zaska is so sorry, Noag. They are confused. All of them are.
Pathetic.
What?
All this time, it was Zaska who pushed the chieftain to awaken Zarek's cub, no matter the price. So many kin died, but no, he always said it was for the greater good. And now that someone he loves should die, it is suddenly a problem. Why even pretend this is about the cub's lies, Zaska? The Brittlebones have a word for people like him. It is hypocrite.
Oh, look who is talking. If Zaska is not mistaken, it was Grungwar who said that there is no way of knowing if a spawn of Zarek would honor a pact, and that he has no love for Trollkind. And now...
Now they are here, and this is their last chance to survive. Rotted Zaska. Grungwar had so much respect for him, and now this... But Grungwar's faith lies with the chieftain. He will make the right decision.
Rotten right he will.
Knew the stranger this was going to happen. Lied he to the Moonkin?
What? No. How?
He did not. Not even this one knew a vessel would be needed if they rejoined his flesh. But
This is how it is.
There is one thing Akrog understands not. If the cub is so powerful, why must it even ask? Why seizes it not simply what it wants?
If this one had flesh and its full powers, then maybe it would.
There they have it. This thing cares not a bit for the trolls. It only wants to get its will.
Nonsense! If that were so, it would not have even told the Moonkin that the vessel dies. You are both right. This one never claimed to care for the trolls, but this one did not lie either.
Grungwar, Noag is the last troll of the Firstborn blood. If he goes, then it will be forever lost. And Trollkind might never be strong enough to stand up to the Greenskins or Brittlebones again.
There are other ways. It is true, this is horrible, and it would break Grungwar's heart. But all the Moonblood of the world is not worth leaving a whole tribe to slaughter. Grungwar is so sorry, Moonblood, but there is no choice. How very true indeed.
Akrog knows not how to put this, but how feels he about this?
Wait a rotten moment. Is Akrog seriously asking his little blood whether he wants to rot and kill himself? Noag is not even old enough to hunt. He understands not what is...
Noag understand.
He does?
And if it take Noag blood to ravage Sire and crumple and kin, he do it. He will. But Noag trust Big Blood. Big Blood always make right choice. So he make this one too.
That is true. He always does. And that is why he will not even consider this nonsense, right?
Little Blood? Akrog never told him how Sire died, no?
A brittle bone throwing spike hurler crush him.
Akrog never told him he and Nurbok were there too.
Trusted one, no.
That throwing spike. It would have killed Akrog and Nurbok too. But their sire caught it with his body so they could live. At first, Akrog hated himself, and a part of him always will. But before his flesh died, Narjak told Akrog that it would have either been his life or that of Nurbok and Akrog.
Tribe for the blood, blood for the tribe.
It is true. Anuk, Zaramak, Julog, Zat, all the others. This is the only way they can save them. Akrog would pay the price himself. Believe him, he would give anything so he could. But he cannot. Not this time.
No. Zazka will not let them do this. He...
It all right, Zazka. Big Blood right.
What is needed of him, so it will be.
No! He cannot do this! He...
Is he...
Of course he is dead. He is dead because that rotten, foul-tusked, stupid thing killed him!
It was the only choice.
Rot his stupid choices! How could Trusted One do this? How could he? This was Noag by Mugwa. This was his same blood.
Akrog knows. Rotted thinks, Zaska, this was easy. Akrog never...
Wait! Something is happening!
Little blood.
No. Zarek's fangs. To draw breath again.
Fascinating. It took him over.
Little blood. Is he...
Dead. Most of him, yes.
What does it mean, most of him?
That his soul is still there in the back of this one's mind. But it will extinguish once the sanguine ritual is completed.
Is that certain?
Yes.
So it worked. Little blood can hold the cub spirit for the sanguine ritual.
It should, yes. This is strong flesh, meatbag. Strong flesh pulsing with firstborn blood.
How rotten good for him. Zazka will tear his tusks out. Zazka will...
Try it.
Stop it, Zaska! Noag is gone, Zaska, and he wanted this.
Big shit! Akrog wanted this, and Noag was too young to understand. His same blood made him do it, and Grunwar wanted it too. But that is just what Grunwar wanted, no? Everything for the rotten tribe, even if it means butchering their own cursed kin.
Look, I know this is none of my concern, but perhaps now isn't the best time to fight. Your moonblood is gone. Nothing can change that. All you can do is make his sacrifice count.
He is right. Nothing left to do, but hope the cub keeps its end of the pact.
This one will.
Maybe Noag's body with the cub spirit would be enough to crush the hunters.
The meatbag still hopes he can save his brother, does he not? No. This vessel is powerful, but it is still only a troll. This one will need his true form to unleash the destruction they seek. And even if it were different, the pact has been struck.
Akrog understands. What now? The cub said it needs an archfire vein for this ritual. So must they go back to Mugwa's cradle?
This is what this one suggests.
Actually, there might be another way. I searched the Blackheart jungle for veins before we met, and there are 2 more on Urgarth that I know of.
The Red Meadow? Where is that other one? Closer to here than Mugwa's cradle.
Not closer to here, but closer to where your tribe is fighting the Chainers and the Hunters as we speak. It's at the northern coast. If we perform the sanguine ritual there instead of the cradle...
Then less time will be lost traveling. A good idea.
Then they will march for the coast at once. There is nothing left in this place. Akrog has spoken.
Few words were spoken as the 5 figures marched through the jungle. Think, Akrog told himself. Be thinking, agonizing, brooding over whether his choice was the right one. But he could not. His mind was as dull.
They hear that?
Fighting.
Quick.
Can a troll not rest for a moment? Zaska is listening.
Akrog is ready.
What now? Go in trouble? Show them what those claws can do.
What should he do?
Can Zaska help?
Akrog is listening. He is going.
Ready for action.
Moving now. Akrog is ready.
The wrong tribe.
On his way.
In that direction?
Going now.
Chieftain Akrog Ground Splitter? Is that him? Or are Cabrax's fat eyes failing him?
Not at all.
Bugwas tush. And here Anug think the temple have eat them.
He see no cub though. Mean this?
Rest for a moment.
Is right here. Mugwas. What?
The chieftain will explain. He will explain everything.
So the Moonblood go into the Moonlit River?
Not yet, but he is on the threshold.
Oh. Well, Cabrax knows not what to say. He is sorry, Chieftain. This must have been a terrible choice.
But the chieftain made the right one. Without Noag's sacrifice, the Moonkin die.
The rain that has fallen is with the ground. Now, tell him about the battle. How many enemies are they facing? And knows Anug of this archfire vein the stranger spoke of? The blue crystal, like the blood drop.
He does. But they talk in the tribe camp, chieftain. Come, follow Anug. There is Greenskin eyeing troops on the way, but that is nothing the Moonkin cannot handle. The Greenskins crushed the bridge Anug and the kin used to come here. But there is other way.
Let them march then. It's time for the Moonkin to fight.
What now? More trouble?
May Mugwar bless this meal.
What should he do? He will lead the way.
Yes. Ready for action.
He's needed.
Zaska is listening.
Short tusks and thick hide.
Can Zaska help?
What can he do for the tribe?
Ready for action.
Grandma is here.
That way. He is going.
Pathetic. And you call yourselves the Chosen of Zarek.
There will be many more. Come with them, kin. There will be time for answers later.
Smash, smash, smash! There.
What should he do?
They are no match for the Moonkin. As he commands. Pain. Pain! May Magmar bless this meal.
That grog is ready.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Ready. What should he do?
More trouble.
They will regret this.
Ready for action.
On his way.
The tribe must survive!
Can Zazka help you?
That was all of them. Come with Akrog. They are headed for the tribe camp. Moving now.
They will live on in him!
He is needed.
They will regret hurting him!
Akrog is ready.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
He will lead the way. On his way.
Moving on.
Grunwald will go there.
That way.
Wait, Chieftain! Mugwa's piercing tusks! Zeramak think Chieftain dead! He think they all dead!
They are not. What are Zeramak and the Scrappers doing so far from the tribe camp?
What they do best, of course. Look for scrap to use for guarding camp. There are much of it here in jungle.
From old to new. Owen Kieran.
Zeramak guess. What's wrong with Moonblood? He looked different.
There will be time for explanations later. Join them in the tribe camp, Zeramak. They have a battle to plan. All right, Anuk. Give Akrog a view on the battle. How are the Moonkin holding up?
Well, Anuk wish he had better answer for Chieftain. But the truth is, it is bad. Both the Chainers and the Hunters attack us all the time. Anuk think they try to make the tribe weak before dealing the killing blow. The battle is going for almost a sunup and a sundown now, and we already lose many kin. Anuk not lie, Chieftain. It looked dark. Very dark.
Well, they have the cub now, so the wind has turned. Where have the Chainers built their tribe camp? Their cow?
Well, there is two, actually. One is a little camp on Small Hill. Iamak think that is where they send their wyverns from.
And the Moonkin will destroy it. What about the big camp?
That one is a bit farther south from the small camp, in the east. It is well shielded, though, so it will be a tough fight.
Forget the tribe camp for now. They should focus on conquering the vein first. This one can sense it's nearby. Have the meatbags found it already?
He speak of Anug? It is true, they have. It is near the Chainer camp, a bit to the southwest.
Well, then we know what we need to do, don't we? Defend the tribe camp and conquer the soil around the veins so the cub can perform the sanguine ritual.
The stranger speaks true. What about the hunters, though? Where are they?
Cabrax can answer that question. They're down in the very south. But it seems like they have shielded off that tribe camp with hex barriers. It is probably as Anuk says. They want to wait with their final charge until the moon can awaken. Cabrax and his bone hexes tried to banish the hex walls, but they are too strong.
For you,
Once this one has his flesh back, no hexgate in the world will stop it.
All the more reason to seize the vein first. Have the hunters other tribe camps in the jungle.
The big spot one more, but it is also behind the hex gates. And I think they make warriors appear in strange spots with air flickers all across the coast from there. Just like they do in Mugwa's cradle.
Teleport hexes. Try Cabrax to banish them?
With hexes and with crush sticks, it is true. But it works not. Whatever they use, it must be very, very powerful.
Well then, there is nothing the Moonkin can do but fend off the warriors until they find a better solution. Good. This helps. Now, enough chatter.
Wait. Chieftain Agrog, is that him? And what happened to Noag?
There is no time for explanation. What is wrong, Julog?
Well, one of Julog's beaks spotted something in the ocean, so Julog went to see what it was. It seems like there is a group of brittlebones, humans, coming on ships.
Humans? What could they want here?
Julog knows not, Chieftain.
Maybe they are a helping pack for the hunters. They should be wary.
Wary, cautious. There will be struggle and bloodshed, meatbags. That is something to look forward to.
The only thing Akrog looks forward to is marching over the corpses of those rotten hunters and greenskins. They have plagued the Moonkin for hundreds of moons. Now it is time to return the favor. Kin, to their places. The battle begins.
Well said, Chieftain. I will stay here and do my best to keep the camp safe. Good luck.